That's a good fish.
Me and my buddies grew up on the Altamaha. Good at making something to do out of nothing at all. We chase whitetail bucks, catch a few channel cats. Lord knows it don't get no better than that. That's just a day in the life on the Altamaha, yeah. I was born there, raised up right there. Lord, if I was a lucky man, I'd still be there down in the Small Bear. That's where I come from, y'all. Them old banks of the Altamaha.
All right, guys, Altamaha River Sportsman, we back. And we're going to take some advice from our buddy H.D. Thoreau. H.D. Thoreau said, you got to believe in something. I believe I'll go fishing. So that's what me and Captain Drew did. We got together. We know there's a bunch of small fish out on this place. So we went out to Buttermilk Sound, took the boat, went out, anchored up, little wind. Wind was a little cockeyed for us, but we figured it out. Just had to turn around and fish the opposite way we had been fishing, but we've been catching a lot of little trout. It's August, so they're not real big yet. And the 14-inch limit, we're catching 12.5, 13-inch fish with some keepers. But keep an eye on us, man. We're out there, we're slinging the Harper Super Striker, calling them up there, catching them on some fresh shrimp. And you know what? It don't get no better than that. I mean, when you can catch trout in August, in the afternoon, it's nice and cool. Rain kind of caught up with us eventually, but we probably caught 15 or 20 fish. Stay with us, watch the show. We appreciate you being here. And look, we thank you. We thank you for being here, and we thank you for supporting our sponsors. We can't do it without them. And I'll tell you again at the end of the show, take a look at what we did. We caught some fish. It's early in the trout season, but it's late in August, right before gator season. And this time of year, we always know that these fish, they're smaller fish, are start moving into our estuary, the Altamaha River estuary. We're going to ease out here to Buttermilk Sound, and Captain Drew Jones and myself are going to come out here, and we're going to try and catch some of these trout. 90% of them be too small, but that's all right. We get to go fishing. And Captain Jones, it don't matter, does it?
Nope.
As long as we fishing and catching, we good?
Bent rods are good.
That's right. We're going to bend some rods. Going to hit that Super Striker. Going to use our new Yeti bait bucket. And we got Teddy up here filming for us, so y'all bear with us. We fixing to put it in the wind, and as soon as we get there, we going to start catching some trout. We're a little early. We're waiting on this water to get up to the top. It really clears up out here. We're going to be fishing about 4 foot deep, so y'all hang on. We fixing to come up here and give it a shot. Got something big under us right now, right in the middle of the river. Probably a big old sturgeon. All right, here we go. Hang on. What we're doing today is we're going to introduce some of our, he's out here to check that. This guy's out here checking the pipeline and checking the dredge. Hey, when we come out here fishing, we always got to have bait, and most of us fish shrimp, and we're out here trying to catch some of these young trout. And a buddy of mine's designed this new lid that goes inside a Yeti bucket, and it's got a lift to it, got a top, got a lift, locks down, and you reach right here, and here's your bait. Don't have to put your hands in the water, anything, you push it back down. It's got the aerator, everything. It is cool. Guys thought about everything about it, and hopefully Yeti will see this and they'll buy it from us. But it's a pretty cool item. You have a bite?
Yes, sir.
All right. turned out to south. Ain't gonna bite. Tell them. Very rarely I catch them on this wind. That sucks. Always like that. What were you fishing over there? That's where they start at. I think they're around this grass. They started right up next to the grass. In fact, we can catch them in the grass. We fished yesterday and we had a lot of luck, but it was clear skies and it was the wind was out of the west, which is to our back. Today it's done turned out to south and probably gonna muddy it up. We'll give it a try. That's what that camera does. So if anybody wants to film hunting or fishing, just remember whenever you take that camera, totally different. Everything's gonna change. Once again, we're gonna use the sloop. This thing is the ticket, where you have to have a dip net. You have to put your hand in it. This thing, you pull it up, boom, there's your bait. Push it back down, your aerator goes right back to work. You don't hassle all the fish. It's a pretty neat product. I'm gonna see if it's that. These fish might be behind this grass. Got the Harper Super Striker out here working. They look like it might have its work cut out for it today. Totally different. Totally different. Find them, Drew. There he is right there. Little tiny trout. We know they're gonna be small. We know they ain't gonna be keepers, but that's a pretty little fish now. That's a pretty little fish. We're gonna have to release him, but for this time of year, we're gonna catch a bunch of these, and man, that is a pretty little fish. Speckled sea trout, Altamaha River Sportsman. We'll be right back. We got some conditions that are a little different than what we fished the last couple of days. We've already been on these fish, so we knew we could bring the camera, the banana, and go out there and try and get some fish and put it on film for you. But the conditions changed. We've been fishing on a little bit of west wind later in the day on the outgoing tide, especially top of the tide going out. But the south winds kind of got it held in there. So we had to turn around and fish a little different than we'd been fishing. But we started picking up a few fish, and I'm gonna tell you, this Harper Super Striker, it started calling them in there, and we started picking them up, and we didn't catch a lot of keepers, but we wound up with some nice fish, and we wound up catching quite a few of the smaller fish. It's August, a couple more months, and middle of September we'll be catching maybe 14 inches. So just take a look at what we did. It's a lot of fun catching fish. Fishing with Drew's fun, man. This guy can fish. Captain Drew Harper, he knows where they're at, he knows when to go. He and Captain Travis Harper, Wendell Harper, I got 3 or 4 of them, but Captain Drew Jones can catch fish, and he put us on some fish. So keep an eye out and watch what happens. If you out here, we're right in the edge of the intercoastal, and you're apt to catch anything. Redfish, big redfish, tarpon, bull sharks. A lot of bull sharks out here. They in here feeding on these trout just like we are. And you never know. That's why they call it fishing. Here we go. I just lost him in the grass.
What's the thing about that grass?
Sharp.
It's really sharp.
Sharp.
Almost like oysters.
I hit him though.
Gave him a piercing, that's for sure.
Yeah, he wearing some jewelry. What we got these Super Strikers made by Captain Travis Harper and distributed by a trading company. And they're just different. I don't know what it is about them, but they're different. And they seem to, look, you can catch fish on any court when they're in here. But when it's a little tough, I think these things right here make a difference. We're right in the middle of a ton of bait.
Yep.
There he is. There he is. There he is. Good fish. That's a good fish. Ooh, what a good fish. Now that one will keep. That right there is what we're looking for.
Yep.
Hold it so you can see it. Yeah.
Big old fat Georgia trout.
Bring the captain out here, put it on you, son. How about that?
Good fish, probably about a 16.5 inch, 17-inch fish.
You want to keep a couple fish?
Sure.
We're going to throw back all the short ones, but the real good fish, we're going to put, as I always like to say, all fish were released. Some into the water and some into the grease. Like I said in one of the other shows, if you find a charter captain that fishes when he ain't working, that's the guy you want to go with because he loves it. And Mr. Drew here loves it. We love fishing, but we really like catching. We really like it. If you can see over here, every time I pop this cork, there's bait fish all in here. It looks like glass minnows. Can you zoom in on it, Teddy?
I already am.
Okay.
I got it.
And here he is again. Watch him. That's him again.
Might have to do some baggy fishing.
That was him again. I don't know what him is, but him must have some teethus because he did cut it the first time. That time he didn't. And the leader still feels good. And this is Captain Drew Jones, but we're going to change his name to Thibodeau Jones because he got some Cajun in him, and I know that's true because I just caught a fish out of there and he's over there by me now. So he's a bayou fisherman. You catching fish, he gonna come fish by you.
Yeah, do what works, right?
And if he's catching fish, oh, like that right there, he hit it. I'm gonna tell you, some people say don't set the hook, just let it go under. Some people, me, man, I like setting that hook. If I can't set the hook, I don't want to really fish. I don't want to drag a bait around and have a kingfish hit it. I enjoy seeing it, but I don't really want to do it because I'm not catching that fish. But with these, it works. This kind of fishing, when you fish with somebody as talented as Drew, it's easy, you know. But when you fish with other people and you want to get them, teach them how to fish, this is like a dance. You kind of got to work around each other. Most of the time, your cork's going to be floating, and you're going to have to replace it with your cork, and then they're going to move around. And so it's really, once you find somebody you enjoy fishing with, it makes it really fun. And oh, another thing, you got to keep bait. Right now this bait is a little soft because we just came off a moon. I caught this bait this morning, but it's still soft. And when it's soft like that, sometimes you'll just lose the body. The head will come off when we're popping these corks. And I guess if there's a negative, it is that you will shake some bait loose. The only negative I can see about this is for the manufacturer, and that is that they last too long, so we don't sell as many as we want. But these are really good corks. It's tied right at the top right now. And yesterday we caught the fish once it turned. Now we had a wind behind us, a west wind. But today it's out of the south, so I don't know how it's going to impact us when the tide change. Maybe the wind will lay down and we'll get some pretty weather. But hey, we're fishing. All right. Here he is. Oh, come on. Come on, trash fish. I think he got me.
You're gonna get summertime. You're gonna get the yellowtails and your pinfish. The whiting will bite you quick like that too.
Yeah. Well, you know, we really didn't catch a lot of yellowtails yesterday. We got bit a bunch. The more ladyfish than anything were in here. Ow! One big cricket.
Did you get hooped?
Here you go. Woo, what a good trout. That's what we're looking for now. That right there?
Yes, sir. Another fat Georgia trout.
Yep.
Look like they're a little bigger today, huh?
Yep. Put him in the live well back there. I'm not counting, but I think that's Drew 2 and me 1 little dink. So you see where I went?
Mm-hmm. I got them both.
Yep, he's right here among us.
I got you both centered.
As his tide went down, they started moving further and further out.
Yeah. Yep. So that bait starts moving out of the grass.
Yep.
Sitting right out there.
That was a good fish, huh?
Yeah.
Did you see any of them? You've seen any of them out here?
No.
Oh, here he is. Come on. Come on. Oh, Yankee Doodle. Could be the fisherman. We're out here in a boat. Pretty much have to do that if you're gonna go fishing out here. And it's a good time to thank Shoreline Marine for sponsoring our show and letting us bring it to you and show it to you. We sure appreciate Cleve and the guys up there. They take good care of us, and they make this thing possible.
You're swimming in there. Ice bath.
Do what?
You're that one still swimming in there.
Yeah. You want to throw him in there? On the pickup. On the pickup. He's a little dink. Now, that's more typical for this time of year in this shallow water than what Drew's catching. But that's why he's a captain. And I go with him. Another little dink sea trout. Cool as it can be, boys. A sloop bait bucket.
Well, I'm saying it's a little bit of fish.
Do a little Bill dance here for y'all, trying to show them off. I know everybody catches a bunch of trout, but I like it when I catch a bunch of trout. It's a pretty fish. Hey, another 2 months, these will be at the 14-inch level. That's 12 and a half, 13-inch fish, probably more like 12 and a half. Won't be long. These things come October, November. Yeah, that's when it'll be real fun. You know, there wasn't a lot of bait stealers out here yesterday. I think there's some mini trout in here. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a heavy fish. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Altamaha flip, baby. No net required. That's why I like setting that hook on. Number one, they don't swallow it. Yep. All right. Hey.
I'm gonna release him with that.
Yep. Ooh. You reckon that's collapsing on us, Drew? That front. You reckon it's coming this way? It is collapsing on us, and it's coming right to us. It's coming out of the northwest on a south wind. Got a little storm that's coming in here on us, and it looks like it's gonna cut us off. We're gonna have to cut this trip a little short. Probably had 15, 20 fish out here. Buttermilk Sound, Intercoastal Waterway, fishing with Captain Drew Jones, and it don't get no better than that. Not a lot of big fish, but we knew that coming out here. We come out here to enjoy the afternoon, a nice cool afternoon, and to see what we can come up with. We caught some fish, got a couple to eat a sandwich with tomorrow, and we'll be good to go. So if you want to come down and catch some of these trout, now's a good time of year. August, end of August, September, October, it gets really, really good. Come on down to the Georgia coast and let's put you on some of these speckled sea trout. You also get some bull reds. That's right, some flounder. Be kind of getting into them, but hey, reds and trout, you can't hardly beat it. Well, we had to cut a little short. There was a pretty good storm rolling here on us coming out of the northwest. And so we had to run on back. We got back fine, and we had to clean the fish. So, as always, Captain Drew, he steps up and he knocks the skin off of them. And if you like trout, you cannot beat a good fresh trout sandwich. So we're gonna save these fish until tomorrow. So we'd like to thank all y'all for being here today, and we'd like to thank all our sponsors. If y'all can support our sponsors, that means the world to us, because we can do this and we get the opportunity to go do the things we love to do and show them to you. Again, if you have something that you like to do on the river and it's legal, and we can film it, we would love to do it. Give us a call. We'll come meet you catching mullet, shooting marsh hens, it don't matter. Gigging flounder, let us know. But we will go film it, and we will make you a part of the show, because you are the show. So until the next time, on the Altamaha River Sportsman, follow me down to the river.
You come on, y'all, just follow me down to the river. That old Altamaha. What you think they know about that old Altamaha, Lance?
Oh, we done taught them all we know, brother.